Welcome to your daily dose of theological German. We are on the 8th installment, looking at a passage out of this book here by Martin Luther concerning the freedom of a Christian. And this will actually be our last installment on this Lutheran work because we have not been doing our normal 15-episode thing right now. We're actually looking at excerpts from Ziefle's graded reader. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, you could go back and watch the introduction to this whole long series. And so we're just taking these passages that are excerpted by him, and that's a great resource that we're wanting to kind of just make a companion series for. And I highly encourage you, if you don't know about Ziefle, to get a copy of his Theological German Reader, because it is a great resource for if you're trying to get your German off the ground, and it's really helpful. You can see all about it in that intro video. But anyways, let's go ahead and translate today's sentence. And it is a super easy one, so, there's no panicking necessary today, and we'll be through it pretty quick. Thus are also all other commandments to us impossible. So that's just like super wooden, and but you can basically see what it says. It's a very easy sentence, but the syntax is all mixed up compared to English, so we want to do it a little bit more smoothly. What we have here is an equative clause, your conjugated verb here in second position, where it always shows up in the main clause. Sein is third person plural, so it's sind, and you start the sentence with an adverb, and so then that's, is just going to start pushing your subject and things like that to all kinds of weird places. But you also have another adverb, so that comes immediately after the verb as well. And I said thus or so. I think really those referring back to is kind of including the next thing here within what was said of a particular command in the previous sentence, if you watched the last episode. So what you might want to say here is something like in the same way. Would probably be a good way to handle those adverbs. And then you have, so your verb in second position, and so both your subject and your predicate of that equative clause are going to all come together sort of after the fact. And so you have all other commandments are impossible, and then you have this kind of complement, impossible for us in particular. And so I did that so woodenly. If we just kind of smooth it out real quick to send us on our way with our last bit of Luther. In the same way, let's take these two adverbs and translate them like that. In the same way, all other commandments are impossible for us. Well, I hope you've been enjoying this little bit of Martin Luther. We're going to be moving on tomorrow. You can come back and we'll be reading our next excerpt from Ziefle's graded reader. It'll be an excerpt from Adolf Schlatter in his book on the Gospel of John. So I hope to see you there.